So you're looking at buying your first home and everybody's telling you to get a pre-approval. But what really is a pre-approval? Let's dig into it. So when you're going to buy your first home, there's a couple of things that you need to look at first before you start home shopping. And one of those things is your monthly budget and what you qualify for. So whether you've been in touch with a real estate agent or not, you need to determine your budget and what you'll qualify for. In order to obtain a mortgage pre-approval, these are the steps you're going to want to take. Your first step is going to be to talk to a trusted mortgage advisor, somebody that is going to be with you and that you're comfortable with being vulnerable about your finances with. And that is something that is incredibly important, moreover than most anything else. Secondly, what we're going to do at that point is take an application. In the application, you're going to have things such as your name, your social, your date of birth, but we're also going to have your credit, your income, and your assets. These are going to be the three stool legs of your mortgage pre-approval. So what we're going to do once you have an application in is look and review your credit. What is your credit score? What is the depth of your credit? Do you have auto loans, credit cards, any history of credit? That will be a big element in what loans you qualify for, what your down payment requirement is, and what the interest rate may be. Then we are going to look at your income. What have you been doing for work? Specifically over the last 2 years. Are you salary? Are you hourly? Do you receive commission, bonus, any of that kind of variable income? Those are all things we have to take into account. And with a mortgage loan, you have to have 2 years of employment history. Now, there are some caveats, but we won't dig into it in this video. The third piece we're going to look at are your assets. So what do you have saved for down payment and closing costs? There are a multitude of different down payment assistance and closing cost programs. But if you've got down payment saved or you have a 401k to show that you have additional assets and reserves is what we call them in case of an emergency, that can help strengthen your application. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the credit, the income, and the assets. And at that point, we're going to determine what loan program you qualify for. Are you a veteran? Do you qualify for a VA loan? Are you qualifying for a conventional loan? Are you qualifying for FHA? That is something that we will determine to ensure that it's going to be the best program for you. Then from there, we need to make sure that the mortgage, it lines with your budget. So we want to make sure that the budget that you have in mind and that max number match the mortgage amount that you're trying to qualify for. Now, the most important piece is not that we just review the application, but that we review the supporting documentation as well. So when it comes to your income, if you receive commission or bonus income or anything that fluctuates, we do have to have a history of it or it cannot be used to qualify. This is where things can get a little wonky during the loan process. So we want to make sure that we do a review of all the things to make sure that they qualify for the program we're going to utilize. This is what makes the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. A pre-qualification is essentially saying, based on what you've told us, you would qualify for this mortgage. A pre-approval states, based on what we've reviewed and the documentation we've collected, you are pre-approved for this mortgage. Now, we take this a step further, and I love to do this with as many clients as I can possible, which is send your file and your application through underwriting before you even start shopping. That means that we are going to do all of the hard work up front so that when you go shop for a home, you are 100% confident that the financing is in line and ready to roll. It also allows your agent confidence to negotiate on your behalf. And the third piece of that is it allows the lender to reach out to the listing agent and let them know that you've done all the hard work up front, everything is verified, and that your loan is going to close. So it puts your offer above most anyone else's that just get a pre-qualification or a basic pre-approval letter. So it's important that you set aside the time to do a thorough pre-approval and know that when you do that, even though it's kind of annoying to wait to shop, it is so worth it to get rid of all of that stress while you're trying to buy your home and negotiate inspections and all that fun stuff. So make sure when you are home shopping that you are getting a thorough pre-approval first. It makes the process so much better. But that is what people mean when they say go get a pre-approval. They want to make sure you're comfortable with what you're approved for, you know what your budget is for, and that you are ready to take the plunge.